Good morning. I'll call to order the Arapahoe County Board of County Commissioners meeting, a public meeting today, March 28th, 2017. And to my left is John Christofferson, Deputy County Attorney, and to my far right is Gail Stumpo, Assistant Clerk to the Board. Ms. Stumpo, would you call the roll of the board, please?
Commissioner Jackson
Is absent and excused.
Commissioner Holen.
Here.
Commissioner Conti.
Here.
Commissioner Baker.
Here.
Commissioner Sharp.
Here. And today we are really excited. We have members of the Boy Scout Troop 529 and 561 to lead us in the pledge. So welcome. Let's all stand, and if you all would like to lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So just a quick question. Where are your troop? Where are the troops?
We're Centennial.
Centennial. Okay. Well, welcome, and we're so glad to have you this morning. Appreciate it. Okay. Are there any modifications to the agenda this morning?
Yes, Madam Chair, there is one modification. It's consent agenda item 7B. There was typo on that. It had the appointed person Joseph Sutherland, spelled S-U-T-H-E-R-L-A-N-D. It should be S-O-U-T-H-E-R-L-A-N-D. I have provided a copy of the revised board summary report and resolution to the clerk for the record.
Thank you, Mr. Christofferson. Okay. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda as modified?
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Conti, seconded by Commissioner Holen. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously. We have one ceremony this morning, and it is for Joni Fancher, Business Associate 2 in the Treasurer's Office. Welcome. This is our Treasurer, Sue Sandstrom. Welcome, Sue.
Thank you, Commissioner Sharp. This is Joni Fancher. Let me please read the resolution.
Yeah.
Whereas Joni Fancher began her employment with Arapahoe County in the Assessor's Office as a temporary employee in August 1988, transferring to the Treasurer's Office in April 1991, and will retire from the Treasurer's Office on April 7th, 2017. And whereas during her more than 25 years of service to the Treasurer's Office, in addition to the 3+ years serving the assessor as a temporary employee, she has been an example of professionalism and has exhibited extraordinary dedication to the job. And whereas Joni has seen changes in technology over her many years with the county, from microfiche to mainframe computer terminals to a web-based tax system, and whereas she has utilized her special skills, imparted her wealth of knowledge, and has demonstrated her caring nature when assisting the citizens of Arapahoe County. And whereas Joni will now enjoy more time with her daughters, grandchildren, and many friends, and whereas Joni will be missed, sincerely missed, by everyone in the county, but most especially the Treasurer's Office. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Arapahoe County to officially recognize the contributions that Joni Fancher has made as a valued employee of Arapahoe County, and hereby declares that her future shall prosper as Arapahoe County has under her dedication and service.
Great. Do I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move approval of the resolution.
And I'll second that. Okay. Motion made by Commissioner Holen, seconded by Commissioner Baker. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. And I know there won't be any opposed, unfortunately. We could oppose and you'd have to stay, but
we've tried. She's determined that she's going to go on with her life.
Yeah.
Joni has been, I just can't tell you what a valued employee Joni has been. She has served most of her time at the customer service counter up front, which is our front line of people coming in, some of whom are happy, some of them aren't. She's made many friends of taxpayers over the year who actually over the years who come in and ask for her to help them. She has, in 25 years, you can imagine she's been through all sorts of things personally, health issues, family issues, all sorts of things. Her dedication is just unprecedented. She's a valuable part of our office. I was trying last night to try to think of just a couple words to describe Joni, and somehow feisty just kept coming into my mind, and I couldn't think of anything else because feisty was just such the perfect word. So we wish Joni well. She has some grandsons. She has puppies to take care of, and we hope she will take care of herself and have a very long, happy retirement. We will miss her tremendously.
Joni, would you like to say anything?
Well, it's kind of like running away from home. I mean, you get so, when I told Sue I was retiring, I said, I'm getting too old for this. I'm tired of getting up and coming to work in the morning. But, you know, it's like leaving your family. There's some you're going to miss terribly. Some, and I know we all have families like this, if you see once a year, that's oftentimes too much. But, I mean, generally, you become like a family. And, that part will be hard. But I told them they can all call me and bug me at home if they want. Mm-hmm. And if I don't want to answer, I won't.
But don't call too early.
That's true.
Yeah.
True. And the reason Sue looked at me when she said August 7th,
April 7th. Now
August,
you did it.
I did.
August.
No,
heard
April. It's official.
Okay.
At the celebration of years, she said I was retiring on April 1st. And I said, okay.
April 7th. Thank you all very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, and we really appreciate your service. Let's give her a hand. Thank you so much. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the minutes for March 7th? We had a full board.
I'd like to make that motion.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Baker, seconded by Commissioner Conti. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously. This is a time where we now offer citizens to come and speak on any issue that is not on the agenda today. Is there anyone who would like to speak during citizens' comment? Ms. Bay?
Diana Mays, BOCC Administration Manager, reading into the record for citizen J.M. Fay, who resides at 2575 South Syracuse Way, Denver, Colorado, 80231, that's unincorporated. A while back, both Open Space, Ms. Jackson, and others were told we do not need a trailhead on Quebec Way across from our apartments. People in this area from both counties walk and or ride their bikes, skateboards, and it's mostly locals using it. You went ahead and put in a trailhead with a parking lot that has to be maintained and for which people could easily come in and use from outside of not only our county but our area. This is what you did for the Wabash Trailhead too. Wabash wasn't needed like this is not needed, and this is our open space money you have wasted. We do, however, need a community garden with the last vacant piece of land in our area being behind where we live. So we would appreciate someone here talking to them about using that land for that and with some benches. Nothing else, since Bible Park is right down the street from us. We might also remind you that you added in a second park in the rich part of our area of unincorporated and left the rest of us, 21,000 people, with one park, Cheyenne, Arapahoe, so we could use some more open space for that the vast majority of people in this part of unincorporated. Second, again, until Senator Hill fixes the mail and the marketing issue with the cottage foods so that people making things under this are able to have year-round businesses without needing a physical place to sell in, we would appreciate your consideration for the use of our county building for county residents to sell here one day a week, and you kicking out Mountain Man, who sells things of no nutritional value, unlike us cottage food producers who are also in the farmers market booklet. We know a few who could use a place to sell that's affordable too, unlike the only indoor farmers market in the metro area. Third, we would remind you yet again, you have a mess to clean up with regards to the 2 illegal spaces next to our garage, including fixing the door permanently, apologizing, and fair compensation, as well as being the mediator for your cohorts in crime, Cunningham, Cherry Creek, One Nasty HOA, and of course the ALD, for which you have the ability to appoint the board for and for which you have yet to get back to us on the porn found on the internet portals, the same one that CCSD is also not fixing. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Ms. Fay. Is there anyone else who would like to speak during public comment? Okay, seeing no one, we will move on to approval of the consent agenda. I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. Motion made by, modified, sorry. As modified, we had the spelling of Mr. Sutherland's name. As modified.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Conti.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Holan. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. We have one, flip over here, general business item, and it's actually a public hearing, P16-031BGS number 2, minor subdivision. Our attorney is Mr. Robert Hill, and our presenter is Mr. Bill Skinner. Welcome, Mr. Skinner.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bill Skinner for the Planning Division.
If I could just,
Oh, yes. Please set the foundation.
this minor subdivision has been properly advertised under the requirements of our code and the applicable state statutes, and the board has jurisdiction.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Mr. Skinner.
Okay, maybe we can go a little above and beyond this morning. For the scouts in the room, the board is engaged in reviewing and approving a minor subdivision. That would be a small version of a typical subdivision, which is essentially how people take big pieces of land and carve it down into little pieces of land. All this is regulated and controlled by the state of Colorado, which passes that authority down to the counties. Today, the county is exercising that state power, and we're going to subdivide a piece of property into 2 pieces of property. For the board, we're talking about the property where Will Chase has his general store north of the intersection of I-70 and Highway 36 outside Byers. Property was originally known as Maverick Subdivision. It was originally 2 lots. It was brought together, and now we are re-subdividing it in a slightly modified way from the way it was historically approved. The staff has been through this subdivision with the owner and mapping engineering. We've talked to local agencies, and we've sent notice of the hearing out to adjacent properties, and we've heard nothing back negative. And the staff has nothing to say but positive. We feel this is ready to be approved. And I'm available for the board if you have any questions.
Questions? Okay, seeing that, I did have one. It was originally 2 lots, then combined as 1. Now it's being separated again in 2. I wasn't really clear on... I'm fine with that. I just really wasn't clear as to the reason for doing that.
Yep. I don't want to go into this without getting into half an hour of details. The lot originally was essentially divided in half. As the property has been developed, there was a reason to remove the center property line, the dividing line, due to building setbacks. So the building could fit on the property a little better. But now a little time has gone on, and there's an interested party who may want the empty northern half of the lot. And so the owner would like to divide it so they can transfer ownership of that northern half, essentially. To describe it very succinctly, the property line went away and then got reinstated about 8 feet farther north.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Any other questions?
The owner's here, but he said he would be happy to have staff convey this to you unless you had any specific questions for him.
Okay. All right. I'm going to open the public hearing, and for our scouts, what we do when an issue is a public hearing, like a land use case, anybody who we publish it, as Mr. Skinner said, and post signs and that kind of thing, so that anybody who has a a concern or question can come and speak to us, and we can hear them talk or express those concerns. We also accept letters and that kind of thing. We have a pretty good outreach, but this gives anybody at this public meeting an opportunity to come and speak. So I am opening the public comment period, and if there is anyone in the audience who would like to speak on this issue, they are welcome. And I know we have Mr. Chase here, so if anyone would like to hear from him, okay. Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing and entertain a motion.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Baker.
in the case of P16-031, BGS filing number 2, minor subdivision, after reviewing the staff report, including all exhibits and attachments, and having listened to the applicant's, actually there was no presentation, public comments presented at the hearing, I hereby move to approve this application based on the findings in the staff report, subject to the following conditions. Prior to the signature of the final copy of these plans, the applicant will address all Public Works and Development staff comments.
Motion made by Commissioner Baker. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Conti. Any further questions, comments? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes unanimously. And are there any, that was our only business item for today. Are there any commissioner comments?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Holt.
Thank you very much. I am so proud to see Scouts here today. I guess you're working on your civic badge. And I was a scout leader with Troop assistant scout leader with Troop 147 in Aurora, and I'm very proud to say that my son became an Eagle Scout. So we just want to thank you for being here and taking an interest in government. Government is the foundation by which all of you are represented, both locally, statewide, and nationally. And your interest in the political process is one of the core foundations of our democracy. And I want to thank you for coming and learning about how we govern here in the county, and would encourage you to study particularly the Constitution. The Constitution provides all the information you need about how this great nation operates as a representative of all the people. So thank you for coming, and I hope you learned something today.
Again, thank you for coming, and you are welcome to come anytime. My husband is an Eagle Scout, so very familiar, and I think it's just helped him. Great program. So thank you all for being here, and absolutely you are welcome anytime. And I think when we adjourn, if you would like to come up here and sit, and that would be you're certainly welcome to do that. Commissioner Conti.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I just also want to throw my great commendation into our Boy Scout troop here visiting with us today. And I just want to let you know that when I have knocked on doors and I've talked to different people and I ask them about their concerns, by and far, 90+%, their number one concerns are always at a local government level. It's the park that doesn't have a porta potty in it, or the playground that is missing, or the street light that is missing so that people can safely cross the streets. All of these things are handled by your local government. And that's why I so applaud you today for engaging and learning more about your local government. And by all means, I'm sure your troop leaders can share more about this with you. And, of course, if you have any further questions, you're always welcome to come to us. So thank you again for taking your time to learn more about this today.
Thank you. There are no further comments. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
All right, Commissioner Owen, if you'd like to take your seat. Thank you.